They say Ashvale Manor has been empty for nearly a century, but if you stand outside its gates at night, you can still see lights flickering inside. And if you listen closely, you'll hear someone playing the piano. But no one has lived there since the fire. It started when my uncle died that he left me his estate, Ashvale Manor, that I'd never been there before. All I knew were the stories, that the family who lived there before him, the Ashvales, had all gone mad. They say the house drove them to it. I didn't believe in curses. Not until I stepped inside. The air felt heavy, like the house was breathing, that my footsteps echoed down endless halls lined with portraits. All the same family, all their eyes seemed to follow me. On the first night, the power went out that I lit a few candles and wandered the halls. That's when I heard it, a soft piano melody coming from upstairs. The music was slow, sad, but the thing that froze my blood was that it was coming from the room with the burned door. I pushed it open. The room was destroyed, blackened by fire. The piano half melted, but the keys were moving on their own, each note echoing through the house like a heartbeat. Then a whisper behind me, "You came back." The next morning, I tried to convince myself it was a dream, until I saw the portraits again. The one closest to the piano room had changed. The woman in the painting, Lady Ashvale, was now looking directly at me, and there was a faint shape behind her in the shadows. A tall, faceless figure. When I looked away and looked back, her eyes were bleeding. That night, I heard footsteps pacing the hallway outside my room, heavy. Slow, they stopped right at my door. And then 3 knocks. I found an old journal hidden in the library that IT belonged to Lord Ashvale himself. The last entry was written the night before the fire. She won't stop singing. Even in her sleep, the walls echo her name. The house wants her back. The next page was burned through, but faintly, I could still read one line. "If you hear the piano, do not answer her." That night, the piano started again, this time louder, faster, and I swear I could hear a woman's voice singing with it. I ran to the room, but the door slammed shut behind me. The melody stopped, and then a figure stepped out of the darkness. Lady Ashvale, her face half burned, her dress smoldering with ash. "You shouldn't have come here," she whispered. The house remembers. I tried to leave the next morning, packed my bags, ran to the car, but the gate wouldn't open. The air shimmered, like the world outside wasn't real anymore. The manor was keeping me. Every window showed the same thing. The piano room no matter where I looked. That night, the whole house came alive. Doors slamming, whispers echoing, portraits twisting into screams. The piano played by itself, violently, endlessly, until the music turned into a scream. The walls began to bleed, and from the staircase, Lady Ashvale appeared again. "Play with me," she said. Her voice was everywhere. Then darkness. They found me 3 days later, wandering the road outside the manor. My car was still parked at the gate, but when the police went inside, there was no piano, no portraits, no sign of fire damage. Just one thing on the wall near the staircase. A new painting of me, standing in the piano room, smiling,